Huba du briga.
Sikanyo, Marwasuka. Saraska Parkour.
Ubi dal.
Dor la mi space. Riti e pekalewi.
Bubsy Gurna. Bubsy Gurna.
Liguyo binky hay. Sikanyo, Marwasuka. Chalika Mamura. Si, Surach.
Ibnobi.
Yali Chaka. Chatamu Kauru. Yali Chaka. Kirabara.
Wablong.
Ulabala. Si, Surachicho.
Sister Imno.
Her nerve werba. Shishubi.
Resort.
Hey there folks, welcome back to MySims Kingdom. Here we are in the Uncharted Isle. We're going to be doing 2 levels in this episode. You'll see that it is a little bit long, even with how much I pared down the proceedings. But they're both pretty short levels. I didn't really think that it would be worth giving each of them their own video. I'm kind of trying to get through this game because it's like not the most popular LP, and I mean, even though I like playing this game and everything, there are lots of other games that I want to play, both for Let's Plays and just for myself, and, having to spend like 90 minutes for each 25-minute video of this game, eats into time that I could be doing other things, so, but, I mean, I hope people are still enjoying it. I'm still enjoying, playing it and chilling with you. It's a very simple and kind of repetitive game, but it's one that is, a kind of simple pleasure. And there's the Helm of Brilliance. Right before this, I was fishing in Spokane, just getting some extra essences and stuff, and I found the Girdle of Strength. I made a note of it in my notes app to mention it, just so you are up to snuff. I try to keep on screen all the times I find any of the special things, like the armor pieces or the action figures like you saw there. Also, we have a new element in this one, Kaiserium, which I don't know what the fuck that is supposed to be. I don't know if that's a real thing. Anyway, here we're going to meet Gonk the Caveman. Unclear whether or not this is a real caveman, like, thawed out of ice, or if he's just a guy who is like a caveman. Because later we're going to see another caveman character, or cave woman, rather, who is like a person, but dressed like a cave person.
Larkaluzi. Riva Huba du.
Rule prestige. Snoop.
So Gonk is basically this level's Carl. His life sucks. His pad is weak. And in this particular case, he has nowhere to eat food, and it makes him very upset. It's weird that he says that he's hungry, and so Buddy's solution is to, like, build him a whole kitchen and, like, decorate his space. And he gives you a scroll, like, oh, I've had the plans for what I want for a while, and it's like, would it not just be food? But, whatever. I liked when we had to find the bones. That, I was thinking about that while I was digging up the bones, about how they are treated as just being bones, when they are the bone essences, of course. like it's one of the essences when you collect it. Because I was wondering if that was going to be it, or if it was going to be like you do the digging and then, you know, like a gift box comes up and it has a bone in it. But no, it's an essence. So that is, you know, something for the case to be made that essences are the actual things that they are the essences of, which is strange. But maybe I'm thinking a little bit too hard about this. And here I actually went out of my way. This is how much I care about Gonk. I actually went out of my way to hook up this oven so that it would count in the points. And also because of Gonk. So before we get too far into the video, I am, you know, as usual, recording this the day that it's going up. That's usually the case. Not all the time, but most of the time. And about an hour before this, I found out that the Canadian comedian and actor Norm MacDonald died today. Sorry that this is like a sad thing to talk about during a video, but I wanted to comment on it because Norm MacDonald was, especially after the public fall from grace of Louis C.K., who I nonetheless still think has a lot of the funniest stand-up stuff of recent times. Norm was like probably my favorite working comedian and just one of the funniest people probably ever. A lot of the tributes that I've seen of him today, and I've already seen many, all refer to him as being effortlessly funny, and that is very true. Another great skill of his was telling a joke that's not funny and that's like bad, but you still get a laugh out of it because of how he delivers it and how he commits to this bad joke knowing it's bad. Yeah, if you are not familiar with Norm MacDonald, I would, you know, if you follow any of the same people that I do on social media and stuff, you're probably seeing my Twitter timeline is, and I'm not complaining about this, is just flooded with stuff about like clips of Norm MacDonald. He was known for his late night appearances on Letterman and Conan. Any of those, look up those. He has a huge body of work, even just in terms of like random guest appearances and bits and stuff. And I recommend that you check out all of it if you haven't, because he is insanely funny, and it is extremely sad that he is gone. He was 61, and he had a private, nearly decade-long battle with cancer that he told no one about, which I, don't blame him for. It was a similar situation last year with Chadwick Boseman. Had cancer for several years and told, it appears, almost no one outside of like very close-knit family and friends. I don't even think anyone at Marvel or anything, or anyone he was working with knew about it, from what it sounded like. And it seems to be a similar case with Norm, and it's crazy to think that he was dealing with it for that long. When I think of all of the different things that he's like done and been in that time frame, to think that that's, especially when you consider a lot of the stuff that he would joke about, is kind of insane to think about that was going on at that time. So yeah, again, sorry to be a bummer, but I wanted to pay a short tribute to Norm MacDonald and just encourage anyone who is not familiar with him to get into his stuff if you enjoy stand-up comedy, especially on the more sort of deadpan side. But yeah, his actual specials, and then his TV stuff, his interviews, his guest appearances, his roast of Bob Saget, all that stuff is very, very good. If you were me, growing up as a kid in the 2000s, the first place I heard about him was as being the voice of the genie on Fairly Odd Parents. And then I forget what the next thing that I, like, saw him in was. Or, like, where I heard his jokes. I think it might have just been Conan appearances, because in, like, the early 2010s, that was, like, a thing that I did a lot, was watch, just Conan interviews, because I do think Conan is, like, one of the best, if not the best. Definitely was, like, currently, although now he's leaving traditional late night, or has left, and I haven't watched it in a couple years either way. But I thought he was, like, easily the best one of those guys doing that. So, anyway, yeah, that's the end of that. Shout out to his family. God, I love that. For those who don't know, that I was just then referring to a video that happened last year. A video last year of this, like, rooftop concert event with, oh man, what's his name? I think is it Zed? It's a DJ or something. Or is it... I forget. It's gonna bother me. Hold on, now I gotta find out.
Wagaluchi, Halukasabu. No decal.
David Guetta. Okay, I just googled it. It was David Guetta. I'm an idiot. I don't remember these people. But he played a, like, you know, I'm gonna call it EDM, but I'm sure there's some, I'm using the wrong terminology or something. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But, like, a remix of the I Have a Dream speech in honor of George Floyd, and he says shout out to his family. And, I don't know, it's just stuff like that that really, I don't know. We have a very weird and funny and insane culture, don't we? Anyway, yeah, I've talked over all of Uncharted Isle. It's already over. I admire it, if not for nothing else, just for being, you know, short and sweet.
Lexnor Bunubi.
Lili e Clysebu ole plabi.
Bubsy Gurney. Oh, Phoebe Lele.
I like that cubic bird.
Nerby Danubi. Nerby. Wackadoony Herg. Las Watu Isna Spastu. Galushpat.
Oh, Blarney.
Blarney. I'm up for king points. Anyway, yeah, this is Trevor. And this is Trevor Island. I don't know how I feel about this level. I always remember it, like, when I think about this game. I'm sorry, I'm burping 400 times. Here's yet another figurine that did not want to be collected for a minute. And yeah, as usual, I'm just, like, showing off the kinds of shit that you can find here. So here's all the fishing garbage. I think I find a scroll here. Yeah. I have lots of scrolls to attend to now. And spoiler, we are going to be doing backtracking to all of the previous levels, so I'll have time then to collect some more of the essences that we've seen already, but I don't have enough of for all of these billion scrolls that I have backed up. Because I would like to try to complete all the scrolls if I can help it. That's at least one of the more doable tasks. And, yeah, I think for the backtracking, I don't really remember how much of it there is, or how long it goes on for. I don't remember it being too bad. But, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, oh yeah, there's a Bone Finder scroll from earlier. Got that. The anglers. But yeah, like, Uncharted Isle is short and sweet, and at least nothing about it is, like, annoying. All of the tasks are pretty simple, but, you know, it's fine. This one is, like, a silly and funny enough idea, and Trevor himself is gonna have some, you know, decently humorous lines. But this level kind of feels like they were just bullshitting with it, so that's pretty much what I did, especially with this. I was basically, you know, they kind of give you a blank canvas here. So, I was basically just gonna see, like, how little effort I could really put into doing this decorative shit, and still meet all the requirements. And this seemed good enough. Although I forgot that you can't paint bushes. So I have to get a wooden thing to paint.
Oh, buddy. Oh. Buddy. Hilakali. Hilakalu.
Hilakala!
Buddy.
My favorite part of these kinds of missions where you have to build things for people is that they just stand there and you just get to hear their insane nonsense ramblings over and over again for 10 minutes while you do this. Like Renee just doing an evil laugh over and over again, and Trevor here being like blah 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 or whatever. It's pretty funny. And here I'm getting pretty avant-garde with it here with these you know, panels of color. And I fucked up, hit the sim button. I swear to God, the existence of that sim icon is like really all that this shit has to do or has in common with the regular Sims games. Here's what I believe to be a completely pointless mission, which is chasing these motherfucking bunnies again. This is not as bad as when we'll have to chase Trevor later, because yes, we're going to chase Trevor for a long time. But yeah, it's just kind of annoying how they move. You have to be right behind them, but they also seem to kind of do whatever they want. And they love to get stuck on shit. And getting them over this narrow bridge is a pain in the ass, but it's okay.
Chambu dorba yaka simina. Mula bawu. Tarela marako simsa. Stand by do.
Give me whip!
Gok!
Yeah.
Pretty pe talebi. Subalu. A bit. Samba gorn. Zandiala. Too funny, Gabu.
Yeah, the thing is, as silly and funny as this could be, I suppose. I also love how these bunnies are just like staring at these walls and doing nothing. I do like, whoa, I cannot kiss myself. That's pretty good. I don't know what voice you imagine for this character when he says these lines, but I don't know. I don't know what would work. I feel like if he had a voice, these lines may be packing more of a punch. But who's to say? So yeah, now we need to kiss him. Unfortunately, you don't actually kiss him. I think that would be pretty dope, but no, you blow him a kiss, I'm sad to say. Anyway, I don't really care about this shit. So, what's been going on with me? Nothing really. I had a pretty good day today so far. Before I found out Norm MacDonald died, I went to the halal food cart. Classic. You already know what it is, if you know me. I also watched the movie Annette, the new movie Annette, about Annette with Adam Driver and Marion Cotillard. They play a stand-up comedian and an opera singer, and they have a baby named Annette, who's a puppet. And it's a weird sort of rock opera. It was originally, I believe, conceived as like an album or some kind of musical project by the band Sparks, who I have really no foreknowledge or extensive experience of their work. So I couldn't really appreciate that aspect of it, I suppose. But otherwise, I liked the movie. I thought it was pretty good. It was strange and funny, and at the end in particular, like surprisingly sad. And kind of seems to be working with the same general ideas that this director, whose name I will not attempt to pronounce, he explored in the only other movie of his that I've seen, which is his only other movie that's very well known in the US, which is Holy Motors, in terms of being about sort of artificiality and reality, the relationship between love and narcissism, performance, connection with the audience, the relationship between audience and performer, etc. It had some interesting stuff going on in it, and I mostly enjoyed... I loved Adam Driver in it, and it was also very pretty looking. It's the rare modern movie shot on digital that actually, like, looks pretty good and, like, knows how to use digital and to make, interesting images. I'm not really smart enough to explain what exactly I mean by that, but I know it when I see it, I suppose. And I just noticed I have a fuckload of mana. It's probably because of all the grinding for essences that I've been doing. But hey, that just makes things easier. Although I cannot imagine there's a single thing in this game that is going to require like hundreds and hundreds of mana, unless you just go out of your way to be extra, which, hey, you can certainly do that. But anyway, yeah, the movie is pretty good. I noticed when I was looking at my Letterboxd account, and yeah, I'm being lazy with these shits, just putting windows on it. I noticed that I've been watching almost exclusively movies that I've been giving like 3.5 and 4 stars, which is, stuff that I like, or maybe even like a lot. I think are pretty good. But I don't really have like an emotional reaction to them, or I don't think that they're like an amazing, or super interesting or super affecting for me or whatever, but they are good. That's not the case 100% of the time with all the things I've given those ratings, but just generally, recently, that's what it's been. And I'm not complaining, I just think that's weird. Because, like, last year I feel like I had, like, last year and earlier this year I would have, like, stretches of just, like, bangers, just one after another, like 4.5 or 5 stars, and then stretches of, like, dog shit, of, like, everything is under, like, 3 stars. So, I don't know. Anyway, here is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever done in this game, which is chasing this stupid fucking dummy around for 20 minutes like a moron. I don't understand how this works, like how he responds to you running. It seems like it's like all the other chasing stuff, which is that you go directly behind them, but as you'll see, or maybe you won't really be able to see it because I speed up a bunch of this because this went on for way too long, he loves to just go over here. I swear to God, it doesn't really matter where I stand. He eventually will just go over to the water and get stuck where you can't do anything and have to go away and go far away so you can go over here. And then he starts running, and if you go far away from him and stop chasing him, he starts crying. And Trevor, he just has such a dumb face. I don't know, it's like funny, but when you're actually doing it, it just sucks, and it's annoying. And everyone is at the benches just staring forward blankly this whole time, and you just have to watch like 5 of these shitty like 10-second cutscenes every time you do it. Ugh. Yeah, look at this shit. I mean, like, I don't know if I'm just stupid, but, like, it just became, like, mindless after a while. I had no idea where I was supposed to be going. And this one, where you have to try to get him on the bridge, oh my god. This is, like, squeezing water out of a rock. Look at this shit. I didn't change direction, he just went the other way. And then there's no fucking way to get him out of this. And you just have to go over here and get behind. Okay, and now I'm behind him, right? And look at this. It just keeps going. It's so finicky, and I'm pretty sure it's broken. But I don't know. Maybe that's just how it felt when I was playing it. Maybe it doesn't look like that when you're... I don't know. I mean, I don't remember having the trouble with this before, but, like, this is so stupid. It's just dumb. Even if it worked, it would just be dumb. But if it worked, it would only take, like, 30 seconds instead of 10 minutes. So... yeah, that's where this loses me over Uncharted Isle, is that this one goes on a little bit too long, even without this. Okay, now I'm over here. See, I'm over here, and look, I was facing him on the side, and so he should be going that way, and he went the other way. He just goes wherever the fuck. It doesn't matter. He just wants to be stuck. Look, he's just doing his own fucking thing. And here, I'm supposed to be taking him back to the capital, which apparently means right in front of them, also known as where we are right now, but it didn't work. And I thought that I had to take him all the way back up here, and then of course nothing happens. And then I had to get him unstuck from the fucking door. I thought that just going away, he would just, like, walk away and start doing something else. But no, you have to go all the way over here, and there he's crying. And yeah, and then he just, on his own accord, just goes over to the right place, which is where we were, like, 30 seconds ago. I don't understand this shit. So, yeah, 2 out of 10 for Trevor Island. This sucks. I hate this play. Why did he kidnap these poor people? Gordon and Fagin. That's not her name. That was just noises. But, whatever. Also, it makes you wear this stupid dragon head with this dumb outfit. You have to change out of it. Okay, now we have a battle of wits where I'm gonna kill him by owning him, like I do in real life.
Kirabara.
Ribbit.
Juva Pekinu.
Sul.
Walla Fina Cirque. Yalla Koi.
Oh.
Directly.
And there we go, we've defeated Smegma.
Buddy. Jaraska Parkour. Kachuli. Yibs. Barbara Gronk. Escula Baba. Hee. Chabu.
I think it says Wacha Bats. Was that supposed to be us? Was that the first line of dialogue from Timbo? I'm not sure.
Taria Sabutu. Pretty pe kale.
Woo-ha.
Spanaka no.
Naka no. Ah. Oh. Kambuchi.
So yeah. Oh yeah, Gordon and Vincent, they were both characters in the first MySims. And I think the other lady was too. So just fun fact. Anyway, next time we're doing the Royal Academy, the last normal level before we do the backtracking. So see you then for that.